Good morning, everybody. It's Barry Fair here, signing on for yet another Monday. And I hope you've had a nice weekend and all the mothers and I hope that all the mothers had a nice Mother's Day yesterday. And here's to another Mother's Day next year. Well, coming up on the show today, it is episode 19. So, wow, what an achievement. 19 episodes. On Friday it was episode 18 and today it is episode 19. So please do join me for that coming up shortly. Well, do you remember yesterday I talked about Shepherd's Pie? Yeah. Well, that video is up there for you now. So I'll just give you the recipe for that now for those of you that missed the shepherd's pie recipe from last night, the recipe that I gave you. So what you do, guys, is you make a meat sauce like as if you were making bolognese sauce, okay? Okay, bolognese sauce. Use a good quality mince, okay? None of the crappy mince you see in the supermarket. But if you don't like cooking mince, guys, okay, use some leftover meat sauce or make a double batch, okay? And then store it in the fridge or freezer until you are ready to use it. And when you are ready to use it, guys, okay, spoon your minced mixture into a Pyrex dish, okay, and then boil some potatoes, okay. But like I said last night, if you if you don't feel like making cooking potatoes, sorry, okay, make up a double batch of mashed potato and put it in the fridge. And again, the same with the meat sauce. When you are ready to add the potatoes in the mince mixture, okay, again, spoon it over your mince mixture, okay, and make a pattern with the fork and sprinkle with some grated cheese. You can also add a little bit of grated cheese to the mixture too, and then put it in the oven to brown it all up and then serve it. So, guys, episode 19 is coming up very shortly. The time is coming up to 8 o'clock, and this is Monday morning, the 15th day of May. Thank you for joining me here for this opening of episode 19. And episode 19 continues at 10 times as shortly. So stay with me. I've got a lot to cover. So stay with me. The time is coming up to 8 o'clock. You're with Barry Fair. It's Monday morning, the 15th day of May. Thanks for waking up with me for this opening of episode today. See you soon, everyone. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to episode 19 now, and congratulations to my Offsider volunteer, and thank you for coming. Much appreciated. But that's all I will say on the show this morning without giving too much away. Well, today on the show, to open part 2 or part 1, today we're going to talk about Uncle Toby's Oats. But before we get on to that, last time we met we talked about the COVID shops and things like that and masks. Now guys, even though you may not be feeling any COVID symptoms, please get tested, and if you're positive, please ZH, which means go home. And now joining me in the studio at 20 minutes before 10, here's Alex Taylor. Good morning to you. Welcome to episode 19 this Monday.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks for having me on the show. Good morning to you too. Yep, it's another cool and dreary morning in Sydney, isn't it?
So, like we said last time on the show, if you've got COVID, guys, go home and isolate. Here's Alec now for his opening sequence on this important subject.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. Yeah, absolutely. If you've got COVID, if you test positive, make sure you stay home. Look after yourself, but most importantly, try not to infect other people. So stay away from public transport, stay away from workplaces. Make sure that you try to limit the infection because it's still going around the community, isn't it? And people are still getting quite sick.
So we're not even in winter yet. Okay, so be really careful, guys, and be mindful because COVID is spreading around like strawberry jam and peanut butter and Vegemite and cream cheese. It's just my way of doing and saying it, guys, so really do be careful. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, it absolutely is spreading around. Do you want to just pause briefly? Because Vito's like to come back in.
And I will pause there. Welcome back. As we were saying before, COVID is spreading around like wildfire, guys. So, if you want to be protected, okay, please be really careful, okay, and get your flu shots and COVID shots too. I've had my 5th COVID shot already, not the Saturday just gone, but the one before that, okay, so please keep your, make a note of how many vaccinations you've had. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Absolutely. It's good to keep track, isn't it? One of the good things is that the Medicare app now actually lists all of your vaccinations, not just COVID, but all of the vaccinations you've had. So that's one good way of keeping track of what you've had. And everybody should go out and get another one. If they haven't had one for 6 months, it's a good idea to go and get another one, isn't it? I'm booked in for Thursday for my next jab, so I'll be having another one then.
So is this your 4th or 5th one?
Do you know, I think it's my 5th. Yeah, I think it's my 5th. I think I've already had 4. I went really early. I was in one of the first rounds. when you had to I had to go all the way down to Homebush to get it, because I was working at the time with a stroke victim who was immune compromised, and so I had to get it really early, and that meant that I was sort of early for every single wave, So I'm going to be late if I don't go and get it soon.
And you don't want to end up with COVID again.
No, that's right. I've had it once. And it actually wasn't very bad for me. I think probably because I had the jab so many times, it was really mild. It was more an inconvenience, right? You've got to stay away from everybody else. And back then we were even isolating in the house. So I lived up in a lounge room on my own for the whole time that I was in isolation, which was a bit boring. Have you had it, mate?
What, COVID?
Yeah.
Well, let me rewind back to June 14th. Now, it was a Monday morning, coming up to 10 o'clock, I was in Brisbane, okay? I was doing an intro and then preparing to do another episode, and this was episode 21. Now, and you are wearing a mask. I wasn't wearing one till late in the day, and I started to cough whilst I'm talking during the intro. Okay, so I was going and then saying excuse me a fair few times. Now, when we got out to Scarborough, which was where I did episode 21. Now, for those of you that don't know where Scarborough is, it's in Queensland on the Redcliffe Peninsula. So, a beautiful spot looking over Moreton Bay and Deception Bay. So if you're ever up this way, up that way, check it out. So whilst I was doing episode 21, guys, I'm Alec and Beta, okay? My voice was sounding like Barry White, not Barry
Wow.
Dean.
Okay.
So as I was speaking, I coughed really very badly, okay, and I regretted not cancelling the show. And after lunch, okay, that's when I went, kaput. So the only thing that was right for me at that time was ready for bed, basically. So I was at the Scarborough Caravan Park, and a couple of people who I met, Pete and Sal, they were from a company called Alia, which is another company, similar to here, but they then started out to do community participation like the clients here. So after lunch, basically after eating at Morgan's Seafood, my eyes were shut. I only had enough energy to keep my eyes open. Okay, so by the time I got home back to Bray Park, which was where I was living, okay, I had the COVID test, and boom, I got it.
How are you feeling then?
Pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
So Alec and Berta, I was in bed pretty much of that night, all community access, all community participation was cancelled until I got a negative result. Okay, so
How long was that?
12 nearly 2 weeks worth.
Oh my gosh.
And then my isolation ended on Sunday, the 26th of June, so I was only allowed to sit at my bedroom door. This was at Bray Park at the time where I was living. Alright, so very frustrating. So I was waiting for a disabled taxi at Scarborough. I was a nervous wreck. We booked it for 2:30 and I didn't get it until 4 o'clock. By the time we arrived at Bray Park, it was after 5. And as soon as I had the COVID test, boom, that's it. No outings, no out and about productions. Although I did do a little bit of filming in my room, well, that was just about all I can do, so it was either the bed or the chair. So that was episode 21. I got that done, and at the end of the intro, at the end of the show, I had to say see you later before I really lost my voice. And at that time I nearly did lose my voice because I was coughing, spluttering. It was awful, so to speak. So guys, really do be careful. So I'm just giving you a bit of warning about what happened to me last year and why I had to cancel a few of the programs. So guys, be really careful out there. If you're not well, stay home like Alex said, and like I'm sure Vita would agree on this.
100%.
Because you're not only spreading your germs around like Vegemite, jam, peanut butter, or honey the lot. It's just my analogy at the moment. So that I've just said COVID is spreading around all over the place. So if you've got COVID testing kits, please do get tested. Okay, we know it's a frustrating subject to talk about, but guys, okay, don't take the risk. If you know you're unwell, test the night before and in the morning, and if you're positive, guys, do. And I'm just pause that. And the time was coming up to 9:53, well, 7 minutes to 10, we're on fire today. So, as I said, moving off, before we move off COVID and on to something positive, like bringing the show up vibrant and interesting, or making the show up vibrant and interesting. Okay, please be really careful, guys. You don't want to take the risk. You don't want to miss out on all the fun things that you enjoy doing, and just taking, I'm telling you the forecast for the day A chance of a coastal shower this morning. Top temperature will be around about
20?
20 degrees, and then tomorrow sunny and the top of 23. So that's the weather forecast. You're with Barry there. It is 5 minutes to 10. I said 7 minutes, so 2 minutes out. So I will cut them another shot, and we'll move on to something more positive now. Well, today we're going to be talking about, do you know what I'm holding up? Uncle Toby's rolled oats. Now, start your day with this. Okay. And this is a lovely, healthy breakfast here. Look at that, guys.
Yum.
Okay, so, goodness since 1893. So, for more than
25 years. For over 125 years. Would you like me to read it?
Yeah, so now let's talk about the history of Uncle Toby's.
Okay. So, for over 125 years, we've woken up at the crack of dawn and thought we make Australia's favourite oats. It's not just oats, it's Uncle Toby's grains of goodness, filling up Aussies with wholesome substance for generations. Yep, these Uncle Toby's oats are the real deal, but you already knew that. It's why you have this box in your hand. Uncle Toby's goodness since 1893. Wow, 1893, that's a long time.
It is. So there is a nice bowl of warm porridge there with some strawberries and blueberries. So let's tell you how to prepare those oats, okay? So if I can just get the box around. Okay, for the stove top, you need about 1.5 cups of oats, 3.5 cups of water, okay, or skim milk. Okay, combine ingredients in a pan and stir well. Bring to the boil. Boil for 5 minutes until thick and creamy. Okay. Add a dash of reduced fat. Skim milk after cooking. And after cooking for more creamy oats. And for the microwave, okay, 1.5 cup of oats.
Yep.
1/2 cup of oats.
3/4.
3/4 of a cup of water. Okay, and then combine ingredients in a microwave safe bowl. Step 2, add heat on high for 1.5 minutes. And step 3,
Stir and cook.
Stir and cook for a further minute. and caution, it will be very hot.
Yeah.
So, goodness since 1893. So, like we were saying last time on the show, start the day with a good breakfast. And do you know, a good breakfast improves your mood swings and your metabolism, and you feel energetic. There you go, a bit of energy for you. And to take us out to the next topic, I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Your love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. It's written on the wind. It's everywhere I go. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause all my love you can repair. Now, down and out now. Now. Yeah.
Nice.
So, now it's time to move on to the intro and the outro. Good morning and welcome back. It's 2 minutes after 10 here on this Monday morning, wherever you may be waking up. This is Barry, Alec, and Vita here. Welcome.
Oh, figured
welcome to the show. So now we're going to talk about the new intro and outro for the show, because I've used the Channel 9 theme so many times and ad nauseam. So before I tell you about the new intro and outro, I'm making a new CD, an album of songs, 5 songs to begin with. So the rule about making music and producing and making an album, you've got to know what you're doing and make sure you know what the copyright is. So do a bit of research first, okay? Don't just go and steal someone else's work, because I mentioned this on an episode, not on Friday, but the Friday before, okay? Because you don't want to be taken to court for stealing someone's work. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. So I think you're talking about copyright rules for music. And you're thinking about, this sounds like a great idea. So you're going to make an album, which will be a collection of love songs. Is that right? Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Mm-hmm. Well, as I gave you a few bars of Love Is All Around by Wet, 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 I think we're going to nail this one. And another song we're doing is the Shania Twain, You're Still the One. I Okay, so that's a good song. And I Go to Rio by Caballero Cruz. We're doing that one.
I thought that was by someone else. I Go to Rio. The original.
Play that Alan sang that one.
But you prefer the other version?
Yeah, the more upbeat version.
By Pablo Cruz. Do you want me to play a little bit?
Let's play a little bit for you now.
Oh wow. So funky.
Move the world, choose my sound, my meal.
Sorry, I gotta get on my feet. Gotta get on my feet.
Oh no, man.
On my heart, ready? Oh yeah, pretty good one.
Alright,
Fight for it.
Alright. That was awesome. So good.
a little bit of exercise too, guys, and a bit of laughter helps improve the metabolism and your mood swings. Because, guys, if we don't brush, we end up going boo-hoo-hoo. So, getting back to being really careful about music rules, guys, and album making, be careful. You may need a lot of time and a lot of effort. Put in a lot of effort and commit yourself to it. And also, we talked about selling your CD the right way, having reasonable prices, okay, not overcharging your customers, ripping them off, that sort of thing. Okay, don't rip people, customers off, and make sure you've got a suitable venue, guys, when you are okay, or if you are, I beg your pardon, going to set up, because before you set up and store, make sure that you have got permission from a store owner like JB Hi-Fi or Warringah Mall Management or Teen Time Shopping Center Management, that sort of thing. Don't just turn up with tables and your CDs, because you don't want to be caught out selling outside someone's shop without permission. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, absolutely, Barry. So you definitely want to get permission when you're selling your CD, and whether that's from a shop or in a supermarket or a shopping centre. There's another place that you could go. Do you mind if I give you another suggestion?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's a market, the St Ives Market, which is actually on the weekends. I think that's on the green, on the village green in St Ives, and people come from all around with their produce. So that's another place where you could possibly set up a table and have some CDs and sell them.
Okay, but remember, guys, be really careful about how you go. Okay, because if you're going to promote yourself and your album, make sure you do your homework very, 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 and I mean very, very, very careful, because you don't want to be caught out doing the wrong thing, and then that is your hard work going down the drain. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, you've got to watch the rules, don't you? You've got to make sure that everything you're doing is okay. And I actually don't know much about those rules, but I think you'll be able to get around them and make sure that you've got everything you need in order to produce a great CD. It sounds like a great CD, and the songs on it sound fantastic. Really good, fun songs.
So make sure, guys, you know what you're doing, and set yourself up in private room for you and the recordist. Okay, make sure you've got a suitable recording studio where it's private for you and any other musicians. Make sure that you don't choose somewhere that could be an hour away to get to or from. Consider the venue and the time it's going to take for you and your recorders to get to, like me, because I don't want to have to drive too far if I'm going to record the songs. And make sure you know the address and Sabbath somewhere where it's not going to be too far for the artists and all the producers and things like that. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, so are you talking about, I'm trying to understand it, so it sounds really interesting. Are you talking about going to like a recording place?
Yes.
And recording it. So are you going to be singing along to the songs? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Can I say a few things, Barry?
And now Beta's here to say a couple of things.
Beautiful. So we've been looking at perhaps even creating a little studio here for Barry to be able to record and lay down some tracks.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, we're looking at using Pro Tools, the recording program, and recording the vocals sort of line by line, and then adding some backing vocaling as well. And we've got probably myself on keys, and then we've got probably Tom on guitar.
Wow,
bass.
that's cool.
And we're going to sort of just reach out to anyone else in the centre who plays something that might want to join in.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to do some layering and
That
make it
is
sound
so
amazing.
cool. That sounds
But,
so good.
Yeah, because we did look into some recording studios, but it was a little bit pricey, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Barry?
so you just got to find a space.
So
The sensory room's probably a good space, isn't it?
Yeah, we're looking at that because it's got the audio one
so that we don't have to unload and load and things like that. So, you know, so again, guys, look up how much it's going to cost you, but if you can't afford to go to a recording studio, why not do it at your own workplace?
Amen. Very good.
And where it's free of charge.
Yep.
And you can close the door then.
Which song are you going to do first, do you think?
The one I gave the one I did sang a bit of before the break.
Aha, Love Is All Around.
Yeah.
We've been working on that a lot, haven't we,
Have
the last
you?
few weeks? Yeah.
Cool.
We've been doing lots of like vocal lessons in the mornings before Barry's voice gets a bit tired.
Yeah.
And we did a whole run through the last week. It was just
The whole
superb.
song?
The whole song was superb, and Barry's doing wonderfully.
Wow.
He's getting his baritone notes out in the end.
Yeah.
Very, very lovely.
Come on and let it show.
Look at that.
That's fantastic.
I know, it's just
Oh, that's
sensational.
exciting. That is so exciting. So when you practice, are you playing keyboard when you guys practice?
Yeah, playing the piano.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And is that here or is that at home?
That's here, just outside where our old studio was, where we did the show. And what and if you're going to sing, guys, okay, just moving off recording and being careful. Always warm your voice up, okay? La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. La 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 la.
Beautiful.
Okay. And then la 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 la. Okay. This is really important that you tune your voice. Okay. Like a car. Warm it up before you warm your voice up before you start singing, guys. Because there's no point coming into the recording studio stale and rusty and trying to warm up. Because you need to be on top of your game if you are going to record anything. Okay.
Something else we've been working on lately with Barry is trying to work on his breath holds. So he can get a nice long
Yes.
breath for all the longer sentences. And it's improving like within each week, isn't it, Barry?
That's awesome.
How does that feel for you? You told me it felt a little bit foreign.
It feels good.
It feels good now. It's getting better. It's getting
cool.
easier.
Yeah.
So we're working on holding notes and a nice big breath from the lower belly.
Oh, I see. Before you
Yeah,
sing a
before
line,
we
yeah,
do
take
a
a big
line.
breath.
Yeah, and that's
And
been
holding
good.
notes.
So he's
That's
been learning
awesome.
lots and just really getting every note out as well as possible. And we've also been working on trying to put the songs in a key that works well for Barry's.
Yeah. Okay. So you're
Range.
transposing to a good key.
We are, yeah. We're looking
That's
at
cool.
that and been trialing different things because Barry's got a really nice lower part in his voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been working hard at finding the right pitch.
Can you
for
transpose by ear, or do you have to kind of
No, so I
Use
just put
the-
it into another key and then off we go.
and the music?
It just changes it like
And
on
which
the.
software is this again?
We're just for the chords. We're just using Ultimate Guitar to get our chords
That's
charts and sheets.
Yeah.
And then there's a transposing
Right.
button on there. It's very easy. So
That makes it higher and lower, Barry.
Yeah. So, guys, the main thing is, or the important thing is, I should say, really warm up. Take your breaths before you sing the next verse or chorus. Don't just go bang, 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 bang. Make sure you've got the right notes and play the right keys if you're playing on the piano. And if you make a mistake, don't get upset about it. Move on. Here's Alec now.
Yeah, okay, so I know what you're talking about. So we have a similar thing with the radio show that we record. If you make a mistake, just keep going. Doesn't matter, does it? So you just keep going and you get better and better and you make less and less mistakes. And it doesn't matter because everybody makes mistakes, don't they? So I know what you're talking about, yeah. Mate, this is such an exciting venture. It is so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Are you going to record on your computer or another device? Your
So it'll
computer.
probably be on my computer.
Yeah.
Because I've got the program and the software on mine from my songwriting degree a few years back now.
Oh,
so,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm just got to update it and buy a new sort of peg for the recording, hoping it will still be sort of recent enough that we can record off of there. We've got microphones and
Oh, wow.
the whole shebang.
Mate,
so
that
it's
is
going to be
super
awesome.
exciting. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
it's
I can't wait to
great.
hear the first song. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Barry, did you want to talk a little bit about our special song on the album, which is we've yet to sort of work a lot on, but the original that we're going to do together? Did you want to talk a bit about any ideas or thoughts you have on that?
Well, what was our special song?
So our original song was going to be around your theme, which was love for the album. So I'm just wondering if you'd had any thoughts about that as yet.
I think we might like do a video clip.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So-
To the original.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And where were you thinking? You had said the other day there was a special place you wanted to check out soon.
At the Karingo Chase Wildflower Garden.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm going to have a little
Some
look.
good paths.
We're looking at taking some nice pictures and creating
yes.
like an album cover for Barry.
Oh, for album art.
Yes, so we're looking into
Do you have a
that.
designer?
Well, we've got Barry's quite a good designer, I'm not going
That's
to lie. He's got
awesome.
great ideas in
That's
that mind
awesome.
of his. So he's got picked out, I think, some clothes. Is that right, Barry? Can you talk about that for a bit? Your artistry and what you're going to...
I'm going to wear a nice pair of trousers, some pants, maybe one of the new CPA hats,
Oh, yes.
Oh,
get spruced up,
Nice.
get in a van
fantastic.
and travel on down.
Lovely.
Yeah, it sounds good. Take
Very
a few
good.
photos for the cut for the
the
album
cover.
art. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
That's-
So
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help, mate. So we'd love to help you with that. That sounds like a super exciting venture.
We would love your help already, wouldn't we? Would we, Barry?
we would.
Yeah. It's really exciting.
Great. Yes.
So, so the last thing I'd like to say about making an album, make sure that you don't exert yourself. Make sure you rest. Because making music and producing CDs, okay, it's a hell of a job because it's not easy. Okay, don't just burn out and let the cylinder burn. Here's Alec.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense to me, Barry. So just slow and steady, take it easy, and gradually build up your stamina, and take rests and make sure that you kind of are operating within yourself. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
So, let's move on to the last segment of today's show, and that is the intro and the outro. Our last segment today on episode, our last segment today is about the last thing I might have to stop that. And so whilst I'm getting a cup of tea, let's talk about the new intro and outro. Now, this is episode 19. Sorry for that little mistake there. But don't get upset about it. Okay? Because you know why? It's no point crying over spilt milk. Here's Alec now.
That's right, mate. Absolutely. Don't worry if you make a mistake. You just keep going, don't you? So it's and there's no point in crying about spilt milk.
So like my budget coach used to say, move on. And I will just keep going because now this is a nice cup of warm tea here.
With soy milk.
Is it as good as Bushels?
Very good.
And so guys, it is no point crying over spilt milk because you've made a mistake. As my budget coach used to say to me, move on, focus on it, just don't worry about it, it's gone. So I hope you're enjoying this big show we're bringing to you today. And here's Alec now to tell you what's up next to close episode 19.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. So we're working on a new intro and outro for the show. So we've made a few over the years, haven't we? We've made, I think, 4 different intros and outros.
Yeah.
They're usually based on a TV show from like the 80s or
70s and 80s.
Yep. This one is based on a video. What's the video? Do you want to tell the viewers?
The Hawkesbury River Bridge and Queensland Road.
Yes, and I have been looking into capturing that video, so I've managed to download from YouTube, and we've been looking for the little bit, haven't we, of sound. It's about a 15-second bite, sound bite, and it goes like this. So it was that little background music, isn't it? And what we're planning to do, it's about 15 seconds, and the idea is we'll put some titles over the front of it that say Daily Wraps, brought to you by Barry Fear Television Productions, starring Barry Fear, produced by Barry Fear.
What about Barry Fear Presents? Barry Fear Presents.
Barry Fear presents Daily Wraps. There you go. Nice. So that'll be the opening shot.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Up the north and south of Athens.
So it starts here. Does it? Yeah. So we're going to clip that little piece between the talking, and we're going to add some titles. And then the other one I haven't got to yet. The other one is another video from YouTube, which has just a tiny little piece at the end for closing credits. I was thinking we might, if you want to make that longer, we could loop it, so we could actually do it, have that little section twice at the back or something like that. But so that's what we're working on now.
So what we'll do, we'll just put it there. So thanks for joining us today on episode 19. We hope that you've enjoyed the show, and to take us out, here is what you will be hearing in the next outro. I think we'll use that one, because that one and the one at the end there. Because I don't like the one where it's talking there.
Are you talking about the outro?
You know where we did the one. So guys, we thank you so much for joining us on episode 19 today, for this Monday, the 15th of May. And we do hope that you've enjoyed the show. Thank you to everybody for tuning in every second Monday here with us. And if you're enjoying the show, guys, please do let us know. Okay, and we'd like to hear from you. And the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, you know what it is, and we don't need to remind you. Please do not call 000 for stupid, trivial issues such as a pizza delivery or you wanting a entire sandwich toasted or your uncle Toby's oats cooked, because they will not cook you breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning or toast your sandwich at 12 midday. So only call 000 in an absolute emergency, guys. Here's Alex now for his closing message to wrap up this exciting episode and episode 19. Here he is.
Thanks, Barry. Yep, what a great public service announcement, mate. So only use 000 if it really is an emergency. We don't want to waste that very important resource, do we? So yeah, great announcement, mate, and a great way to end the show.
And Ray, have you got anything to say about 000?
No, I think I agree as well with you, Barry. I think it's really important.
So don't muck around with the 000, guys. It is a vital service, and the wrong call that you make to 000 could potentially put someone at risk, guys, like me, because I may need one day, because I can't drive myself to the hospital. If you need to get to the doctor, guys, call for a taxi or get somebody that is trustworthy to drive you. And another sequence, if you don't trust the driver or know them, don't get in. If you don't trust the driver, don't get in. Here's Alex to finish off with that. I'm Barry Fear. You take care, and thank you for watching episode 19 today.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks for having us on the show. Another great one, mate. Well done.
And Brenda, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Barry, for having us.
And coming up next time on the show, we'll be talking about cash flows and good cookware on the show. So stay tuned for that.
Wonderful.
So that's all coming up next time on the Daily Wraps with Barry Fair. But until next time, guys, you take care. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you next time round for another jam-packed episode. Until then, that's all from us today. You take care and you have a lovely day. The time is 10 minutes to 11. Thanks for your company today, and we look forward to you watching our next episode, or tuning in, I should say, to our next episode. And just a reminder before we do sign off, get your vaccinations up to date, your flu shots, your COVID shots, and remember, if you're not well, guys, get tested and return home. So on behalf of myself, Barry Fair, and Alex Sauer, and my special guest Freda, we wish you a very good morning. Stay positive, guys, and remember, if there's a problem, please sort it out. But until then, take care, and we'll catch you next time round on the Daily Wraps. This program has been a production of Barry Fair and has been produced by Barry Fair. This program is recorded at St. Times Community Access Service. Any unauthorized commentary or pictures from the show will be deleted. So please ask permission before you obtain any footage from any of the program. So until then, thanks for your company, and bye for now. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching episode 19 today. Bye-bye. Good early evening, everyone. This is Barry Fair with the wrap-up of episode 19. Thanks for joining me here for this wrap-up of episode 19. I hope you've had a lovely stay with me today. And just before I give you the wrap-up, this week is my last week of Wabash, but I will leave it at that. Okay? I do hope that you've enjoyed episode 19 and the topics that I've talked about today and things like that. So do join me for episode 20 coming up in a couple of days. And just a reminder, guys, if you haven't got your COVID vaccination shot, please do go and get them. And the same with the flu shot. And as winter is about to start, please look after your health. It is very important. So, guys, that is all from me for this Monday, the 15th of May. And May is sure gone like there's no tomorrow. And June is coming up, And so is my winter series here in Sydney, and I do hope that you enjoy it. So, from me now, thanks for your company here on episode 19 of my New South Wales shows, and do join me for episode 20 next time around. But until then, I'm Barry Fair. Thanks for your company for this Monday, the 15th of May, and I look forward to your company the next time round on the Daily Wraps. Have a great Monday night, everybody, and have a great night. Stay warm and stay safe, everybody. Good afternoon and early evening from me. Have a great Monday night. Bye bye.